What if I told you that by the time you're 85, you have a 1 in 3 chance of developing dementia? Not a statistic from distant future, that's happening right now today. Here's what most people don't realize. Your brain at 80 is largely determined by what you do in your 30s, 40s, and 50s. Every choice you make today is either building cognitive reserve or depleting it. The truth is that your brain has an incredible capacity for neuroplasticity, the ability to rewire, adapt, and even grow new neurons throughout your entire life. But here's a sobering reality. We're facing an unprecedented cognitive health crisis. By 2050, the number of people with dementia is projected to nearly triple. The question isn't whether this affects you, it's whether you'll be prepared. Today, we're going to arm you with the most powerful evidence-based strategies to not just maintain your cognitive function, but to actually enhance it as you age. Let me paint you a picture of what's happening inside your brain right now. Every single day, your neurons are forming new connections, strengthening existing ones, and yes, some are dying off. This is completely normal. But here's the key. The rate at which this happens is largely under your control. Think of your brain like a city. The neurons are the buildings, and the connections between them are the roads. As we age, some buildings get demolished and some roads get damaged. But just like any city, you can take action. You can build new roads, renovate existing buildings, and even construct entirely new neighborhoods. This is neuroplasticity in action. The biggest takeaway from decades of neuroscience research is this: cognitive decline is not inevitable. Studies following people into their 90s and beyond show that some individuals maintain razor-sharp cognitive function their entire lives. What's the secret? It's not genetics. Genetics only account for about 25% of your cognitive destiny. The other 75% is entirely in your hands. Your brain has something called cognitive reserve. Think of it as your brain savings account. The more you deposit throughout your life, the better protected you are against age-related cognitive decline. The goal of this video is to learn how to make massive deposits into that account. If I could give you a pill that would dramatically improve your cognitive function, reduce your dementia risk, and keep your brain sharp into your 80s and beyond, I'd be the most popular doctor on YouTube. It turns out there is no pill that comes close to the effect that exercise has on your brain. And I'm not talking about becoming a marathon runner. I'm talking about consistent, moderate physical activity. Large-scale studies have shown that exercise is like the fountain of youth for your brain. Even light-intensity exercise has significant cognitive benefits. We're talking about a gentle walk, some gardening, or light stretching. The key is consistency, not intensity. Exercise supports brain health through several different mechanisms. It increases levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, or BDNF, a protein that supports the growth of new neurons and strengthens existing connections, which is like fertilizer for your brain cells. It helps preserve and even increase the size of the hippocampus, which is the brain's main memory center. It improves blood flow and reduces inflammation, both of which are linked to lower dementia risk as well as lower risk of strokes, heart attacks, and a slew of other issues as we age. We should all aim for at least 30 minutes of moderate intensity activity every single day. We should vary up the activities to get a mix of aerobic exercise like brisk walking or cycling and resistance training, which can be as simple as a yoga routine. Studies have repeatedly shown that this approach works best to improve memory, executive functioning, and processing speeds. What's even better is that it's literally never too late to start. Even if you begin exercising in your 60s or 70s, you'll still see significant cognitive improvements. For an in-depth review of how exercise impacts every part of your life, check out the fantastic book Spark by Dr. John Ratey. You can find my book review here and linked in the bio. For those of you looking to get into a routine and find that consistency of exercise, you may not know where to start. If you want ideas based on your fitness level or age group, check out the related video here. While you sleep, something extraordinary happens in your brain. It's not just resting, it's actively cleaning, consolidating, and optimizing. Think of sleep as your brain's overnight maintenance crew, working tirelessly to keep your cognitive machinery running smoothly. Here's a fascinating discovery. During sleep, your brain literally shrinks by about 60%, creating space for cerebrospinal fluid to flush out toxic proteins, including the amyloid plaques associated with Alzheimer's disease. This process, called the glymphatic system, is like a dishwasher for your brain. But here's where the research gets alarming. Sleeping less than 6 hours per night increases your risk of dementia by 46%. On the flip side, sleeping more than 9 hours consistently is associated with a 77% increased risk of dementia. The sweet spot? 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. The key isn't just duration, it's quality. During REM sleep, your brain consolidates memories, transferring them from temporary storage to long-term memory networks. During deep sleep, those toxic proteins get cleared out. Interrupt these processes and you're essentially skipping your brain's essential maintenance. Getting good sleep isn't just about feeling rested tomorrow, it's about protecting your cognitive function for decades to come. The research is crystal clear. Prioritizing sleep isn't selfish, it's essential for long-term brain health. For help getting better sleep, check out my video on sleep hygiene. Let's talk about a crucial, often overlooked factor in lifelong brain health: your hearing. Research shows that even mild hearing loss can double your risk of developing dementia, and severe hearing loss can increase that risk fivefold. This isn't just about missing out on conversations. Hearing loss fundamentally changes how your brain works. When your ears can't pick up sounds clearly, your brain has to work harder to process incomplete information, leaving fewer resources for memory and thinking. Over time, this extra strain can accelerate cognitive decline and even lead to faster brain atrophy, which is the brain starting to break down. Hearing loss often leads to social withdrawal. When it's hard to follow conversations, people may avoid social situations, which reduces your cognitive stimulation and increases your feelings of loneliness and depression, both known risk factors for dementia. How would you feel if you can't connect with people and can't talk to people? Most of us would start to withdraw and pull back, and then you get bored and you're no longer thinking or engaging with what's going on around you. That's what happens when you have hearing loss. Protect your hearing. Avoid prolonged exposure to loud noises. Use ear protection in noisy environments and keep the volume moderate when using headphones. Get regular hearing checks, especially after age 50. Annual hearing screenings can catch changes early. Act on hearing loss. If you notice trouble following conversations or distinguishing sounds, see an audiologist. Consider hearing aids. Evidence shows that people with hearing loss who use hearing aids have a risk of dementia similar to those without hearing loss. Consistent use of hearing aids can help preserve brain function, support social engagement, and reduce cognitive decline. In my own experience, my father is 87 and I have 4 kids. And the youngest 3 constantly talk at him because their high-pitched sounds were completely passing him by. We got him fitted for hearing aids, and while he's grumpy and doesn't want to wear them all the time, he doesn't miss conversations, and the kids love it because when they talk to him, he actually hears them and he responds now. Whereas before, their little high chirping would just pass him by. Hearing health is brain health. By protecting your ears and addressing hearing loss early, you're investing directly in your cognitive future. Check out my video on hearing conservation for more details. Your brain operates on a simple principle: use it or lose it. Just like physical exercise strengthens your muscles, brain exercises strengthens your neural networks. But here's what most people get wrong about brain training. It's not about doing endless puzzles or downloading brain training apps. Recent research reveals the key to effective cognitive training is engagement, persistence, and adherence. When these factors are above 75%, cognitive training shows significant benefits across multiple domains, including memory, executive function, and processing speed. What does that mean? It means that if you do something that challenges your mind and you stick with it and you keep at it and you enjoy it, you're going to grow exponentially. The type of cognitive challenge matters less than the consistency and engagement level. Whether it's learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or even playing strategic video games, the key is sustained mental effort over time. And yes, you can tell your wife I said it's okay to play video games in this situation. The research shows that cognitive training works best when it's challenging, progressive, and personally meaningful. Your brain thrives on novelty and complexity. When you challenge yourself to learn something genuinely difficult, you're not just acquiring a new skill, you're building cognitive reserve. Here's your cognitive training protocol. Choose something that genuinely challenges you. Commit to consistent practice for at least 30 to 45 minutes, 3 to 4 times per week. Progressively increase the difficulty level. This could be learning piano, studying a new language, or even complex strategy games. The truth is that learning never stops benefiting your brain. People who remain cognitively active throughout their lives show dramatically less age-related cognitive decline. Imagine reducing your risk of dementia by up to 30% simply by changing what you eat. This isn't a fantasy, this is the power of the Mediterranean diet, and the research backing it is absolutely compelling. Studies following hundreds of thousands of people for decades have consistently shown that those who adhere closely to a Mediterranean diet have dramatically lower rates of cognitive decline and dementia. We're talking about a 23% reduction in dementia risk in some studies, with benefits appearing regardless of genetic risk factors. But what exactly is a Mediterranean diet? Think of it as eating like the healthiest populations on Earth: abundant vegetables and fruits, olive oil as your primary fat source, regular fish consumption, nuts and seeds, whole grains, and moderate amounts of red wine. It's not just a diet, it's a complete approach to nourishing your brain. The magic lies in the combination. The omega-3 fatty acids from fish support brain structure and function. The antioxidants from the colorful vegetables protect against inflammation. The healthy fats from olive oil and nuts support cell membrane health. The polyphenols from red wine, in moderation, provide neuroprotective benefits. Here's what's remarkable. You don't have to be perfect. Even moderate adherence to Mediterranean diet principles provides significant cognitive protection. Start by adding more fish to your weekly routine, swapping butter for olive oil, and increasing your vegetable intake. These simple changes can have a profound long-term effect on your brain health. The evidence is overwhelming. Food is medicine, especially when it comes to your brain. To learn more about food and health, check out my partner Dr. Edney's channel. He's a registered dietitian and primary care doctor. He was even a professional chef, and his passion is definitely food, and it's provided health benefits. Your brain is nearly 60% fat, and the type of fat you consume directly impacts how your brain functions. Omega-3 fatty acids, particularly DHA and EPA, are like premium fuel for your cognitive engine. Each 0.1 gram increase in daily DHA or EPA intake is associated with about a 10% reduction in cognitive decline risk. Over a lifetime, these small daily choices compound into massive cognitive protection. The research shows that people with higher blood levels of omega-3s have larger brain volumes, better memory performances, and significantly lower rates of dementia. In one remarkable study, long-term omega-3 supplement users had a 65% reduced risk of developing Alzheimer's disease. But here's the key. Not all omega-3s are created equal. The most bioavailable forms come from fatty fish like salmon, mackerel, and sardines. If you're taking supplements, look for high-quality fish oil with a combined EPA and DHA dose of 1 to 2 grams daily. Here's your omega-3 optimization strategy. Aim for 2 to 3 servings of fatty fish per week, or supplement with 1 to 2 grams of combined EPA and DHA daily. Look for third-party tested supplements to ensure purity and potency. For more information, check out my video on supplement manufacturers. The great thing about omega-3s is they don't just protect your brain, they support brain health, reduce inflammation throughout your body, and can even improve mood. It's one supplement where the benefits extend far beyond cognitive function. Your brain is an investment. Omega-3s are one of the highest return investments you can make. Here's a hidden factor that could be silently damaging your brain: elevated homocysteine levels. Homocysteine is an amino acid that, when elevated, is associated with increased brain atrophy and cognitive decline. The good news? B vitamins can be your brain's protective shield. In a groundbreaking study, researchers gave participants with mild cognitive impairment high-dose B vitamins, 0.8 milligrams of folic acid, 20 milligrams of vitamin B6, and half a milligram of vitamin B12. The results were stunning. They reduced brain atrophy by up to 7-fold in regions most vulnerable to Alzheimer's disease. But here's a crucial detail. The protection was only seen in people with elevated homocysteine levels. If your homocysteine is already in the optimal range, additional B vitamins may not provide extra benefit. This is where personalized medicine becomes crucial. A simple blood test can measure your homocysteine levels and determine if B vitamin supplementation could actually benefit your brain health. If your levels are elevated, the research suggests that high-dose B vitamin supplementation could significantly slow cognitive decline. The mechanism is elegant. B vitamins help convert homocysteine into beneficial compounds, reducing inflammation and oxidative stress in the brain. It's like putting out small fires before they become wildfires. If you aren't sure where to get tested, you're welcome to join our practice at Bespoke Concierge MD. Let's talk about the supplements and medications with the strongest evidence for cognitive protection and enhancement. I'll give you the specific doses backed by research. Omega-3 fatty acids, 1 to 2 grams daily of combined EPA and DHA. Look for molecularly distilled fish oil or algae-based supplements for vegetarians. Curcumin, 500 to 1,000 milligrams daily with piperine for absorption. Research shows significant anti-inflammatory effects in the brain. B vitamin complex for those with elevated homocysteine. 0.8 milligrams of folic acid, 20 milligrams of B6, and half a milligram of vitamin B12 daily. Vitamin D. Maintain blood levels between 40 and 70 nanograms per milliliter. Most people need 2,000 to 4,000 international units daily, but test your levels first. Check my comprehensive video on vitamin D here. Magnesium, 3 to 400 milligrams daily. Magnesium glycinate or magnesium threonate are well-absorbed forms. Here's a crucial point. Supplements aren't magic bullets. They work best as part of a comprehensive lifestyle approach. Think of them as insurance policies that complement not replace the fundamental pillars of brain health. Always consult with a healthcare provider before starting any supplement regimen, especially if you're taking other medications. Asking ChatGPT isn't enough. The goal is precision medicine, the right intervention for your specific needs and risk profile. If you aren't sure where to start, you're welcome to be a part of my practice at Bespoke Concierge MD. Now let's talk about the things that are silently sabotaging your cognitive future. These are the hidden threats that could be undermining all your brain healthy efforts. First, long-term benzodiazepine use, like Xanax. These common medications prescribed for anxiety and sleep increase dementia risk by 50% when used long-term. If you're taking these medications, work with your doctor to explore alternatives like ketamine. Benzos can't be stopped abruptly, so work with your doctor on a safe tapering strategy. Second, certain types of statins. While statins generally show protective effects against dementia, lipophilic statins, those that cross the blood-brain barrier easily, may actually increase dementia risk in certain populations. This includes atorvastatin, simvastatin, and lovastatin. If you're taking these medications, discuss with your doctor whether a hydrophilic statin like rosuvastatin might be more appropriate. Check out my video on the hype versus reality of statin drugs. Third, chronic stress and inflammation. Persistent stress floods your brain with cortisol, which can literally shrink your hippocampus over time. Chronic inflammation accelerates brain aging and increases amyloid plaque formation. Inflammation is the enemy. Fourth, social isolation. Loneliness isn't just an emotional issue, it's a cognitive health crisis. People who lack social connections have a 40% increased risk of developing dementia. Your social network isn't just about happiness, it's about brain health. To understand this effect even better, check out my video on the benefits of social connection. Fifth, excessive alcohol consumption. While moderate red wine consumption may have benefits, excessive alcohol use is toxic to brain cells and accelerates cognitive decline. There's a lot of mixed messages about alcohol, so take some time and check out my video on whether alcohol is a friend or foe for a deeper look. Why are you here watching this video? I started caring about this when I watched close family deal with the impact of dementia. My dad and I both share the fear of mentally slipping away. What's the point of working so hard and building up your life and family just to not recognize it in your later years? What's the point of longevity medicine and extending our lives if we ignore our brain health today? This isn't just about data and studies. It's about the life you want to live and the person you want to be. Imagine yourself at 85, sitting with your grandchildren, telling them stories about your life. Your eyes are bright. Your mind is sharp. Your memory is vivid. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, contributing, creating, and connecting. This isn't just a beautiful dream. This is an achievable reality. Every person I've met who maintained exceptional cognitive function into their 80s and 90s had one thing in common. They never stopped growing, learning, and caring for themselves. They understood that brain health isn't selfish. It's one of the greatest gifts you can give to everyone who loves you. Your cognitive health affects every relationship you have, every contribution you make, every moment of joy you experience. When you invest in your brain health, not just improving your own life, you're ensuring you can be fully present for the people who matter most to you. The choice is yours. You can hope for the best, or you can take action based on the available evidence. Your future self is already thanking you for the decision you made today to watch this video. What we're really talking about here isn't just brain health. It's a complete paradigm shift towards lifestyle medicine. The evidence is overwhelming that your daily choices have more impact on your cognitive future than your genetics. The same lifestyle factors that protect your brain also protect your heart, reduce cancer risk, optimize your immune system, and promote longevity. We're not talking about multiple different protocols. We're talking about one comprehensive approach to optimal human health. Think about this. Every choice you make sends a signal to your genes. When you exercise, you're activating genes that promote neuroplasticity. When you eat anti-inflammatory foods, you're switching off genes that promote brain aging. When you prioritize sleep, you're optimizing your brain's natural repair mechanisms. This is epigenetics in action, the science of how your lifestyle choices influence gene expression. You're not a victim of your genetics, you're the director of your genetic destiny. The beautiful truth is that it's never too late to start, and it's never too early to begin. Whether you're 30 or 70, these interventions can improve your cognitive function and protect your brain for decades to come. The question is whether you implement them consistently over time. Your future self is counting on the choices you make today. Let's bring everything together. If you remember one thing from this video, let it be this: your brain health is mostly in your hands. The choices you make today, what you eat, how you move, how you sleep, and how you care for your senses can shape your memory, focus, and mental sharpness for decades to come. Exercise is powerful medicine. Just 30 minutes of moderate activity most days can boost memory, slow aging in your brain, and lower your risk for dementia. It's never too late to start. Sleep is not a luxury, it's essential. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of good sleep quality each night to help your brain clear out toxins and store memories. What you eat matters. The Mediterranean diet, rich in vegetables, fruits, healthy fats, fish, and whole grains, can cut your dementia risk by up to 30%. Omega-3s, especially from fish, are like premium fuel for your brain. B vitamins and supplements can help, especially if you have certain risk factors, like high homocysteine. But remember, supplements work best alongside a healthy lifestyle, not instead of one. Keep your mind active. Challenge yourself with new skills, hobbies, or learning opportunities. The more you use your brain, the stronger it stays. Protect your hearing. Even mild hearing loss can double your dementia risk. Get your hearing checked, use protection in loud environments, and don't ignore changes in how you hear. Watch out for silent threats. Long-term use of certain medications, social isolation, chronic stress, and too much alcohol can all hurt your brain over time. Take steps to reduce these risks. You are not just your genes. Lifestyle choices send powerful signals to your brain and body. Every positive change you make is a deposit in your brain's saving account for the future. This isn't just about living longer, it's about living better, staying connected, and being present for the people you love. Imagine yourself decades from now, sharp, independent, and still making memories. That's possible starting with the steps you take today. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe. Sharing is caring, so send this video to a friend who might benefit. And if you want personalized support on your brain health journey, you're welcome to join my practice at Bespoke Concierge MD. Together, we can create a plan that's tailored just for you. Your future self and your loved ones will thank you. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.